This bitch is the problem. We're the solution. Let's get to work. When we wake up on Mars, we figure out very quickly that the situation has gone to shit. Everyone's dead, and there are lots of demons running around, which is never a good situation. And we learn very quickly that the employees of the UAC Corporation, the company that was responsible for mining Argent, a power source that is literally derived from hell, are no longer themselves. They have been turned into demons, or servants of hell, by the Lazarus waves that have been spreading throughout the facility since before the game started. Now, the person responsible for it, she will remain nameless at the moment, was seen at the beginning of the video, and she unleashed hell on these poor souls, and now there's only one thing that we can do to help them, and that sometimes involves curb stomping them in the face. Now, to get started, the Praetor suit worn by Doomguy looks properly badass, which is a good thing because Doomguy is one of the most badass video game characters of all time. Now you can see this in the dossier, which also contains a lot of useful information on your weapons, your enemies, artifacts you might find throughout the game, and the environment, which is actually a very useful thing to read in case you ever come across something that may trip you up a little bit. Now, the dossier has a lot of interesting backstory and information, and those of you who are familiar with the prior Doom games will also find some very interesting information on Doomguy's motives in this one. This game isn't exactly a continuation, but it is not a reboot either, so there's a lot of juicy stuff in here. Also contained in the dossier is a very useful map that is rendered in 3D, which will tell you lots of things about the environment you're in. Now, guns are obviously the lifeblood of Doom, and with those guns you also get mods. Each weapon, save the pistol and the super shotgun, has 2 mod slots you can use. Now you can only equip one mod at a time, but they are all very useful and all very powerful, and each of them has their own place and their own position for to shine, I guess you could say. Now, once you have bought these, and of course you must punch the little robot because this is Doom, you can upgrade them using weapon unlocks you get from completing challenges or you get from killing enemies. And armor can be also upgraded much in the same way, but you must use Praetor tokens obtained from dead enforcers around the map. Now, the primary 3 armor attributes, armor, health, and ammo capacity, must be unlocked using these Argent energy crystals, which are very rare. Usually only 1 to 2 spawn in each level, so you must keep your eye out for them because they're very, very special. Now, speaking of special, I found this little guy wandering around, and that clued me into the secrets of Doom, literally, where you have to go around finding these little cubbies where things are hiding, like extra Praetor tokens, more of those Doomguy characters, ammo, armor, and even in some case new weapons. And these are all very, very useful because it's a way you can boost your progress through the game and make things a little bit easier or more fun if you want to.
We take pride in nurturing a growing workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move on?
Yeah, I don't really care. There's a chainsaw here, and we're gonna get shit started. Now, everything in Doom is functional. The chainsaw, while it is very, very fun to cut people in half with it, has a use. They drop ammo when you cut them in half with it, which can be very useful in case you're running low on ammo. It's limited in its use because it has a certain amount of fuel that you can use, but it supplements the combat very, very well. And speaking of combat, I am loving the combat in Doom. It rewards your gun choice and your movement speed and skill, but not to the point where somebody who isn't an expert at it can't play the game. It's very gratifying to kill enemies, obviously, because it can be very gory. And you have to use the right weapons depending on your enemies, though, because some weapons don't work for some enemies. Like the rocket launcher, while it's very useful against heavy, slow enemies, faster enemies are much harder to hit. Now those glory kills, or the finishers that everybody was raving about, also have one very specific use, and that is it's a guaranteed health drop, which in sticky situations where you're getting shot a lot and your health is dropping fast, these kills can save your life. I've had many occasions to do it, and it saved my life in the last possible second. And speaking of the combat explicitly, it's very good. It is a lot of fun. It feels very much like old school shooter games. And when I say old school, I'm talking about before Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare, that whole thing started. There are no hit markers, there are no hit point counters, there's just you, a cursor, a gun, and some dead enemies. And I think a lot of games could learn from the simplicity done well here. So, in short, Doom is a fantastic shooter with a little bit of platforming thrown in. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and you will be seeing much more coming from my channel. This is more of a first look than a full in-depth review, but you will be seeing me go deeper into the game in a longer video later. So thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more Doom content or any other videos that I have up, and I will see you all in the next video.